likes, but I don't know.
Speaking of FANG stocks, man, I want to know your opinion. I saw something where people were thinking about just scooting off Facebook and making them TANG stocks with some Tesla. What do you think about that?
Scooting off Facebook. So what's Facebook? Let's see, Facebook. That's so interesting. So
I can get behind a TANG stock, man. I can get behind that. Let's get tangy.
I like Tesla. So Facebook is trading at like 16 times estimated 2020 EV to EBITDA, right? That doesn't sound bad to me.
Not at all.
Like, that doesn't sound crazy, right? They have real revenue.
Can I guess Tesla's? I'm gonna guess it. I'm gonna guess it around 68 times EBITDA.
Okay, you overshot it. It was like 50 times.
Okay,
2020.
Still absolutely crazy for
Although,
a
guess
car
what?
company.
Like, the estimates right now are kind of trash too.
Yeah,
like they're not as low as they probably should be. I think they're probably closer now. So look, Facebook has a market cap of 640 billion.
640, okay.
Tesla has 180. Like, Facebook deserves to
You're right. They'll get that big.
Yeah,
okay.
I think there's a lot of hate on old Zuck, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially after, was it Cambridge Analytica? Did you watch that Netflix series?
I don't actually know what happened. They were using data and selling it or something?
Okay, so I only know what I saw on Netflix, and that's only as credible as Netflix wants to make it. But what seemed to happen to me is that Facebook was using location data and all the data going on in your Facebook to figure out what political party you were. And then from there, advertisers and AKA campaign managers were able to target people into counties, maybe even at a smaller density than a county. But they were able to target people to shoot like memes at them and stuff to make people vote for a specific person.
Huh.
And it was just really, really interesting that a company can take my... Actually, remind me to talk to you about Facebook looking at messages, but that can take my likes, comments, shares, don't want to see this anymore, not interested data, figure out what political party I am, and then turn the location services on to see, okay, you're in Nashville, Tennessee, and then some other ad agency can make a meme about some political figure and then target that meme as an ad to me, and then me get excited or think that meme's funny because I see it on my feed, and I'm like, that sways my political idea because I saw.
So they're trying to, like, let's say you're a hardline kind of Democratic voter,
right? And
it knows that you're in like middle of Nashville. For those of you that don't know, Nashville is kind of a blue voting city within a red state,
right?
Like, it knows all your data, knows you are a blue voting person,
right?
And it'll send you memes to try to get you to vote red or whatever, vice versa, right?
Yeah. So if they knew that so here's the cool part. And I think here's how they leveraged it really well. They found people that weren't hard left or hard right, but more in the middle.
Okay.
Like people that could be swung, either way, depending on maybe news they would have seen or a funny meme or maybe a video that was shown to them, right? Or like a campaign smear video.
Okay.
And so then they would take this data and they would say, okay, Austin is right down the center. Trump's trying to get reelected.
They send that center person a meme.
Yeah, and so they'd send the center person a meme that shows Joe Biden is this or that to try and make like negative, right? To make me say, oh yeah, Joe Biden might be that, and so to go vote for Trump, or vice versa.
So who's they?
Cambridge Analytica, I think, is who they were.
Okay, so someone is paying Cambridge Analytica, which was
the Trump campaign. Right? The Trump, yeah. So in the Netflix series or this documentary or whatever, the Trump campaign, I think, this was 2 years ago. I watched this, so like a year and a half. But how I remember it was the Trump campaign was paying Cambridge Analytica to find middle of the line voters to then sway them sway them to the right to go vote for Trump.
Gotcha.
And Facebook was like, that's cool with us. I'm cool with that. Y'all paying us money? Doesn't matter to me. I'm an alien because I'm Mark Zuckerberg. That happened. And I was like, what? Mind blown, dude.
Yeah, that should probably be illegal. It sounds like it.
Sounds like it could be
illegal.
But what something that
But
really,
I mean, there's a very thin line between marketing, right? I mean, like, we have been in an era, but I guess the line is that they're selling your data.
Right.
But like, and let's rewind back to like 1985, right?
Okay, sure.
Everyone watched television,
right?
we had television data and ratings.
Yep.
And campaigns literally paid tens and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Money. Yeah.
Probably billions. To like run smear.
Oh yeah.
Like videos about like if I'm running against you, Austin, I was like, oh, like Austin's so bad he like punched a baby.
Right.
And like and right like I mean that's pretty unethical. I always thought the smear campaigns were generally pretty bad, but like they are using data.
Right.
Like they do know what states generally have middle of the ground voters, right?
Sure.
They knew what like what do you call it, like
swing states,
right?
Yeah.
They knew what that was back then,
right?
So now they're just getting like drilled down detail, right?
Yeah.
So where did we cross the line where now it feels like this is illegal, unethical, versus back then? Like I don't know, I don't have the solution, but I'm just kind of curious. Do you?
I don't think I have a solution either. I think right. I think here's an interesting play too. Like Jack Dorsey, he says that Twitter is not going to be doing these political ads in 2020. Did you see that? Maybe?
Yeah, I did see that they were gonna they were gonna either like stop them or
whatever. Right. And so that's where it gets interesting. Like ethics, in my opinion, is I'm all for someone trying to sway me left or right with an ad or a meme or a video, but knowing that someone's making fat stacks off of my, maybe not ignorance, but my, left right sort of ideology that this might sway me, like that's kind of interesting to think about.
So there's like a theory here, and it might have been from like a Planet Money podcast like years ago, and right, like, and there's a part of me that like kind of loves microeconomics. Like I just remember in college when I took microeconomics, they taught us about like Costco and Sam's Club. Okay. And like they don't make profit on their products; they make profit on like their profit is set.
The membership,
the membership, right? Yeah. Like stuff like that's super interesting. Like because that's the reason why you and I like looking at businesses, because every business makes money in a different way.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. So when you're talking about like a Facebook or a Google, the doubt for them early on was you don't really have a product to sell because it's valuable only if it's free. Right.
Yeah. Right.
So like. A Google is only valuable because it's like the place that you go to search everything on the internet. Like if they charged you $1 per search, you'd probably go to Bing.
Right.
It's way worse, but like you'd go.
But it'd be free.
It'd be free, right? So they have to make money another way, right? So but as someone who believes in like free markets, but like the right to life, liberty, and property, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness here, right? Like. What is our natural God-given right, or what? Sorry, that's I'm using terminology on, but natural right? If you're going to go back to like John Locke, like
right.
What is your right to your data?
Yeah.
Right, because they're giving you the product for free.
That's true.
And would you rather have like slick free products all around, but you have to give up your data and your privacy?
Honestly,
Or would you rather have this option where like in your settings where it's like, okay, I'm willing to pay $10 a month,
right?
But you have to like hide all my data.
See, I'm kind of,
that's where they make money.
Yeah, I totally understand. That's a really good thing to think about. I'm on the side where like, if you can make my life easier by taking my data and my privacy going away, I'm cool with that. Like if there's a refrigerator that's got some camera inside of it that sees Austin, you're about to run out of your 6-pack of beer. So I'm going to auto Amazon order or deliver some new ones to come in. And I wouldn't have known that because I'm drinking beer and I don't keep track of that. But because I have a camera that's looking inside my fridge at other things I'm eating and other things that I'm storing in there, but they see that, making my life easier, I would give up some privacy for that.
Okay.
I think it saves me time.
Like I personally think that there should be an option, right? Like,
oh, absolutely, there should be an option.
It's like I want to hide my, like it's like that incognito mode. Like,
right, yeah.
And if they're like, well, then you're a useless customer of mine, right?
That's true, yeah.
I can't, like, what are you selling if you're Google? It's like data for advertisers, right? Then, maybe like you have to pay like $10 a month to use Google, right? I don't know, right? And I posted something on TikTok about like, and now we're crossing another line here where it's like, what is a public forum and what is a private company? I'd love to get your opinion on that.
Keep going on that. What do you mean?
So you probably missed that whole thing. I mean, I don't know. It only got like, it was like a middle of the road like view count video for me. But I think it was like, so the whole concept is that Trump was going to go after like this law that protected social media companies.
Right, as
Right?
just like sort of like a town hall where like AT&T for example, like if someone calls in some crazy bomb threat, it's not AT&T's fault for like facilitating the phone call.
Law, yeah, exactly. So the law protects Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube from getting sued if they in good faith like take down your like profane videos.
Sure.
Like, that was the clause that he was kind of going after. But like, I guess it's kind of the question too is like, if you run like farmertalk.com, right? And like only farmers, and then you get this suited up Wall Street investment banker coming into your forum saying like, oh, I hate crops, right?
Yeah.
And like that small community, conceptually, like you and I probably agree that community should be able to block and censor that dude, because it's like, this is like a little farming community that just wants to talk about like, oh, like what kind of seeds
Corn
are
and
used?
potatoes. Yeah.
And the funny thing, Nia's behind the camera. Nia comes from a farming area, a farming family. Like, it's awesome. I'm just using it as an example. But they should be like farmertalk.com or .org should be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
But when you become big enough, you cross this line of like, now you're like a town hall. You're like Twitter. So like, what governs your ability or what makes it right to censor certain people?
Should it be self-governed?
Self-governed by whom?
Sort of like how
Like Reddit?
Yeah, where they've got like administrators or admins and stuff, yeah, where they can come in and say, hey, this is cool, this is not. Because I'm sure, I mean, there are tons of subreddits.
That's true, but Reddit's getting into issues too. You know that.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. But honestly, dude, I'm so waiting on someone. Hey, someone in the comments, I'm gonna need y'all to invent this. Listen up right now. I'm waiting on somebody to create some type of platform that is decentralized, where people can't shut it down, where it's true free speech.
Yeah, so
it's true.
That's what Twitter's trying to do. You know, Jack Dorsey loves blockchain.
Oh yeah,
that's what he's trying to do.
It's in his bio. Bitcoin's right in his bio. Yeah, and so I'm trying to figure out like if there's a way that someone can create some sort of platform where I don't even care if I have to pay for it, but a way that it doesn't have to be advertiser friendly, but I can say what I want to say because free speech, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I think the experiments, though, I remember listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, right? About he had the CEO or founder of like one of those like censorless blockchain Twitters.
Sure.
And I think what he was saying, I have never been on one. Like I don't even use my Twitter yet. I'll get better at it over time. He was saying that sometimes the community devolves into a lot of hate speech. Like it devolves so much so that there's just so much noise that it's not actually like.
So like 4chan.
Yeah, it's like a 4chan, right? Yeah. I've never been on 4chan either, but
yeah.
I know the perception of 4chan.
Yeah.
So have you been on 4chan?
I scroll through Biz a time or two. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a healthy community?
No, not at all. It is not.
So when you have a censorless area, right? I feel like there's some middle ground you have to walk. I know we've been getting into this, but it's like it sounds like you and I are pretty down the middle. Like we don't actually know any solutions.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's kind of a sticky issue, but it's definitely more relevant as it pertains to the stock market now because like FANG, Facebook, Apple, Google, right? I mean, these are all social networks.
Yeah.
Like Facebook owns Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp and all that, right?
Looks like my phone hasn't been plugged in. Hold on.